Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about the latest update over on SteamDB for Cyberpunk 2077. Not only that, but we're also going to be talking about some bugs that have been confirmed fixed by the developers. Then to finish up the video, we're going to go over some newer bugs that have just popped up in the latest update 2.1. So with that being said, if you're new to the channel or this is your second time coming by, feel free to subscribe and turn those notifications on. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this. Let's start off by talking about the latest update over on SteamDB. As you can tell right here, Cyberpunk 2077 has yet to be updated. Okay, sure, it has been updated, but that was 3 days ago when I did inform you guys. But what you may not know is that over on Phantom Liberty, it has actually updated just a little bit, not too much. And what you can see right here is that one thing has been added to the change list. Now on the change list here, this is specifically for the Phantom Liberty DLC, so possibly they are making some more changes on that side. And so if I had to guess, I would say this is possibly to help increase FPS over there in Dogtown. If you guys did not know, there has been a sudden decrease in FPS since the recent update 2.1. So here's the thing, if you go back and check out the previous updated log here on the change list, you can tell that there has been some things updated for Phantom Liberty already. And if you've yet to check out my previous video, I highly recommend doing so. The reason why I recommend checking that out is because I go into further detail on exactly what has happened with the SteamDB files, but as a short update here, I can tell you that they have changed one thing here, and it's nothing much. Here's the thing though about all of this is that even though this has been updated and it's only a small change, this could possibly mean that this is the last change for these files, specifically the branches and depots. But on the other side of the coin here, I would suspect that there is going to be some more things changed in the change list here. But if not, there is some good news there because this means that the update should be right around the corner. And if you're wondering if I'm going to guess when this is going to come out, no, actually I'm not going to do that anymore. The reason for this is because I just do not want to give you a false answer if they're planning on updating more things over there on the change list, because this ultimately determines whether or not the update's coming out soon. So for example, if you see that the change list has been updated, then you can suspect that there will be some more things added. But here's the thing on the other side of the coin here is that if there is no more updates towards the change list, then you can suspect that there will be an update here shortly, and I mean real soon. Hopefully that answers any questions that you guys may have had about the previous videos, because this right here really determines whether or not the update's coming out soon. They can potentially be patching more things, adding the FSR3 most importantly, which I would expect that to arrive here as well. But honestly, let me know what you guys think about these changes and whether or not you think the update is going to arrive this next week, or if it's going to arrive probably next month. Let me know down below. Alrighty, so moving along here, we're going to check out a bug that has been reported but also had received a response from one of the developers confirming that it is being investigated and most likely going to be fixed. What we are going to do is travel over towards CDProjektRed.com and head towards the support section of the site. Then we're going to head over towards the form section, and then we're going to check out this post right here. A user by the name of Archen Jonas had said this right here: "The odd randomly disappearing blood pump issue is happening to me too. I can't pinpoint when it started or when it will happen, but it seems very random." Then a user by the name of Hobblegopter had this to say in response: "I received a response to the bug report I submitted regarding this issue, and CDPR are aware of it and are investigating the issue. Prior to 2.1, it would unequip blood pump from my quick access and replace it with a max dock inhaler. After 2.1, it completely removes the blood pump cyberware from my character. I can trigger the bug 100% of the time when using both a nourishment and hydration consumable from the backpack." And yeah, so this right here is a big issue right now. When you are equipping that specific cyberware piece, it will automatically remove itself, and so pretty much you're kind of screwed and you have to go back to the Ripper dock, reapply the cyberware, and yeah, it's awful. Now, even though that is the case, there is some good news because CDPR are looking into it, but there also is a workaround because this user had posted this exact workaround right here. Hobblegopter continues on by saying, "Workarounds I have found to work are: go back to your inventory screen after using one consumable, go back into your backpack and use the other. Drop the consumable you want to use and eat them off the ground. Another user found, and I can also confirm that you can unequip blood pump from the quick access, use consumable, and then re-equip the blood pump to your quick access. Hope that helps. So yeah, right here, this is a great way to work around it. I was only aware of one workaround, and that was the bottom one that he had posted, where you unequip the blood pump from your quick access and then use a consumable, then re-equipped it. Yeah, I already knew about that one, but I did not know about the top one. So hopefully this will help and you can use either one, because apparently the top one does work, but I can also confirm that the bottom one works as well. Moving along, we're going to check out something that's kind of old here. This was back in 2023. The only reason why I'm going to include this is because it's actually something quite interesting. So what you're going to see right here is an image of Mr. Polisasko. This was during his stream. Now, he actually was talking about quite a few things, and he talked about some Native Americans, specifically Panem and River. If you all did not know about this, then allow me to go further into this so that I can inform you about this, because it's actually something really cool. Mr. Sasko had this to say: there was a lot of discussion between us when we were creating those characters, but basically they are Native Americans. Panem and River. You can be looking at River and Panem and see some of those tropes and so on. We really wanted to include Native American characters in our story in a proper way to make it interesting. Characters as players as you get to know better, not as decoration, but as real characters. So this is really cool. I might be quite oblivious to things, so I did not know that Panem was Native American. I would have guessed maybe Spanish or something along those lines, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this information. I personally think it's really cool to see some sort of Native American in this game, but again, I just didn't know. So I might just be completely oblivious to this. So yeah, definitely cool. Something I did not know personally, but if you already knew about this, let me know down below and just kind of let me know what you thought about it. But let's go ahead and move on. What we are going to do now is talk about some bugs that have just popped up in update 2.1. This next one is quite interesting, and I have experienced it as well. What you're going to see right here is a user by the name of Mysterious Owl 4031. This user had this to say right here: I really want to stay at your house, invisible partner bug. As the title suggests, I'm at the point where I can invite Panem over to one of my apartments, but regardless of which one I choose, she's always invisible when I get there. She turns visible for the shower instance, but then goes back to invisible afterwards. I don't have any mods installed, and I've tried reinstalling the game already. Is this a known bug / does anyone have a fix? Thank you. And no, I do not think there is a fix for this. Maybe there's a mod fix for it, but I do not think that there's going to be an actual legitimate fix for this. Maybe when the update comes around, you know, this will probably be fixed, but this is definitely known, and quite a few people have experienced this, including you all over on the comment sections there. I've read quite a few in the past. So yes, this is definitely a bug, and it's not intended, of course, because you shouldn't have an invisible Panham, but yeah, definitely not supposed to happen, and hopefully this will be resolved in the next update. And by the way, her name should be legitimately Pan-Ham, because she thick, boy. But let's go ahead and move on towards the next information here. This user right here named Albatar999 had this to say, and this is over on CDProjektRed's forum. This user said, "Hi, yeah, me again. It appears that quick hack spread doesn't happen if any quick hack is already uploading on an enemy. On this screenshot, I dropped Contagion T5. Even T4 doesn't spread as it should on an NPC. I'm using Raven Cyber Deck. Contagion should spread to 4 targets and apply stacks. As you can see, it just spreads to 2 targets instead of adding 2 more stacks. I should have 5 Contagion uploading on these 3 NPCs, but I just have 3 uploads. The main target and 2 spreads. On top of that, I added an overheat on the main target while overclocking, and doesn't spread either. It's not a matter of percentage chance, because it never spreads. If any quick hack is already uploading, seems like quick hack spread can't even be queued. I don't know if it's a bug or an intended feature, because if it is intended, what's the point of Contagion stacks? Now, first off, I do want to say there has been quite a few quick hack bugs as of late in 2.1, so I would not be surprised if this is another bug. And second off, there are various bugs to where you cannot apply it with iconics, or for example, if you're using something like Sonic Shock, you cannot remove the trace. So this right here is for sure a bug, and there are various issues with quick hacks. Hopefully this will be resolved in the next patch, but if not, oh boy, well, what we can can expect is another hotfix sometime soon. So that is a possibility right there if they do not resolve all of the bugs, or at least some of these really broken ones. And now, last but not least, I do want to bring this one up because I feel like this one definitely needs to see a fix sometime soon. What you're going to see is a user by the name of Rox Vampire. This is what this user had to say. Hello everyone, I'm on PS5 and the expansion and the latest patch 2.1. Yesterday, I experienced a graphical glitch, a kind of a black artifact that disappeared as I moved around. I'm attaching some images. Is this a game issue or should I be concerned? And then if you take a look at some of these attachments, yeah man, it looks funky. Then a user by the name of Netrunner2Go had this to say in response. Happens to me as well on PS5, so it must be the game. The black wall comes out of nowhere. If I turn around, it disappears, but will be back randomly later on. Though it doesn't happen that often, just encountered the issue a handful of times since 2.1. And yeah, just a lot of issues right now, but I would assume that this is why the patch is taking so long. I believe this next one is going to be kinda big. Maybe 20 gigabytes, is that too much? I think that would be perfectly fine because they do have to add FSR3, you know, bug fixes and a bunch of things. So maybe 20 gigabytes is not that big. Maybe 10 gigabytes, something like that. Probably 10 gigabytes might be the best size option there. But anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. If this is your second time coming by, subscribe right now. It's completely free. And with that being said, thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you all in the next video.